What is Young Supreme McGriff?
Well,
And I
you see
like
the
the
merch.
T-shirt, by the
You see
way.
the
I was gonna say I was rolling right into that. I like
yeah,
the that T-shirt is hot.
yeah,
Maybe if you
definitely.
could pull back just a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's dope. Yeah, you do look a
Yeah.
lot like your pops.
So I got the merch coming out. I'm getting my podcast and shit in order. I've been doing Supreme Sundays on my Instagram live, interviewing celebrities, interviewing some guys from back in the days. I had Zab Judah up there.
Now
I had
hold up.
Fred. Hmm.
Do you think you're gonna have a problem with that Supreme
Merchandise,
logo? Like
the clothes.
you're
No,
right
by
because
the
of the
I feel I
Supreme.
nah. I feel like by the time they send me a cease and desist letter, I'm gonna already have made like $100,000 off it. So I'm gonna be good with going with another design. I got 30 other designs, but
I
I just
like
put
that.
this one out. I put this one out first because I knew this one would grab the attention of everybody. This one is gonna grab the attention of the world, being that it's controversial. It's my dad, and then it's the Supreme, the skateboard Supreme logo, box logo. So okay, yeah, I already had everybody. Yo, they're gonna sue you. They're gonna First of all,
Right.
stop telling me what somebody gonna. You don't know what they're gonna do. You're a moron. Don't tell me anything because whatever you thought of, I've thought of 100 times already. Of course, I know they're gonna send me a cease and desist letter, but by the time they send me the cease and desist letter, I'm already gonna make my sales. I'm not gonna care.
Let me
So
just
when
say
people,
that I love that attitude because this is what I say to people, especially like on some underground hip hop shit.
hmm
Because a lot of times people are terrified to sample
yeah,
certain music.
yeah,
And yeah, I understand when you're on a major label and all that type of shit. But if you're just a dude on the street, yo, sample whatever the fuck you want to sample. Because by the time
exactly.
if they find you, if your
That
shit
means you
gets big
blew up.
enough where
That
that
means you
means you
blew up.
blew up, and that's
Exactly,
a good problem to have. And you'll probably have money at that point to piece these niggas
exactly.
off. So who gives a fuck? Go ahead and make the best record that you can make, some shit that's gonna
hmm
pull people in and all of that. I like that. I like
That's
that.
the way I think is like, listen, we'll cross that fucking bridge when we get there. I'm not one of those people, one of those guys that's fucking scared of my own shadow. Or yeah, listen, I'll cross. I just do. I'm an impulsive guy. Like I just go. I just do. I'm not thinking about this.
Virgo,
Yeah. I'm just
what you
going.
think
I'm just
about
gonna
it?
go.
Virgos are
Yeah.
calculated.
Yeah. I'm super calculated. That's me to the T. Like I'm not. I don't fear anything. I'm fearless. Like I'm just gonna go. Like, I'm just gonna go. And just believe I know the 75 different outcomes because I've thought about the 75 different. I'm an overthinker. I'm an excessive thinker, but I'm still gonna do it though.
So tell me about reality show that you're working on with
I
other.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't really. I really wouldn't call it a reality show. I feel like we have more class and more of a more principles and more morals than a regular reality show just based off our bloodline. But yeah, we definitely
So
got
ain't
something in the
nobody
works.
in there fighting each other and on shit
Nah,
like
we
that.
not, we not, we not, we gonna be honorable. We not gonna be with the theatrics and all the bullshit. Like our show is gonna sell itself, and it's more of a docu-series. And I spoke to the producers, and I told them I was doing this with you, and they told me not to get into major details, but I can give like a synopsis of it. It's basically like we just telling our story, like as the kids. We're not. It's not so much based on our dads or our dad's life. Everybody knows our dad's stories already. All of our dads. So it's more so based on what we're doing and how we lived as the child and how we grew up and what are we doing now to help
So
carry the
these are the
legacy
children,
through
just to be clear, these are the children of famous drug dealers, yes?
of the children of infamous people. I don't
Of
like using that
infamous people.
term
Okay,
drug dealers. Yeah, we don't got
got
the
you.
drug dealer. It sounds too, you know, it sounds too
Okay.
like yeah.
So infamous
I like that. I like the word
characters.
infamous. Yeah, infamous characters. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And some of the infamous characters would be your
Meech,
father,
Meech,
Meech.
my dad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I've
yeah.
met
Just
Meech's
just
son
just
before.
just to name a few.
Okay.
We're not gonna go down the whole cast list, but just to name a few. Yeah, myself and yeah, Meech's son.
Okay. And a few others. And
Yeah,
basically,
it's 8 of us. It's 8 of us. It's 8 of us in total.
and
But
it's
I don't
like,
want to give.
what's
But I don't
what
want to
yeah.
give the juicy shit away.
Right, but basically the basicness is of it is what's it like to be grow up as the child of one of these infamous
Yeah,
characters.
yeah, yeah. It's a grown up hip hop with it with Kingpin spin on it.
Mm, okay.
Hmm.
Well, is that something that's like, does it have a home yet? Like as far as a network or something, or it's just something that's being put together and it's in the
No,
works.
no, it's coming soon.
Okay.
Definitely coming soon. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We on the board with that.
Okay. That's what's up. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations with that.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And then yeah, I'm doing the podcast shit. Like I was saying, the podcast shit is gonna go from Supreme Sundays to probably Supreme Therapy, or I'm gonna definitely find another title because I don't want to just limit myself to just doing it on a Sunday. But I'm definitely gonna find another title. But yeah, I think I've been doing pretty decent for somebody that just started the just I'm just jumping into this podcasting world. Like I had some real credible guests on my shit like Chris Gotti. I had China Mac. I had Cassidy. I had fucking Fredro Starr. I had Zab Judah. Like I've had some good. I had Bangum Smurf. I had Mike Geronimo. Like I had a lot of good guests on my show, and definitely more to come.
Right. Well, your father's respect extends,
Hmm.
to you, which is a good thing. You know what I mean?
But no, I gotta interject on that one. I don't really feel like it does behind closed doors when the cameras are off. But a lot of people don't want to be associated with that because it's too much that entails. It's too much that comes along with the scrutiny of being cool or acknowledging somebody like my dad. Like it's a lot of like a microscope is gonna be on you. So a lot of people that's in the industry, they want to fuck with me behind closed doors. They don't want to fuck with me in front of everybody else because of the scrutiny that they think they're gonna get or the backlash, whether it be coming from the famous other famous rapper from Queens that has an issue with my dad, or whether it comes from the feds or whoever it might come from. A lot of people like to shy away from it. Like, yeah, they'll call me, they'll check on me, but they don't want to do it on the camera. And I respect it. Like, I'm not mad at nobody for their take on things. Like, I gotta respect it. But I've definitely noticed that with me trying to do this industry shit and me hopping in this industry, this entertainment world, I definitely can see what people mean where they say these motherfuckers is Hollywood, or they'll give you your number and then you call them and they don't answer you, or like little funny shit like that. But I embrace all the funny shit. I'm not mad at none of it. I just know the type of person that is that I'm dealing with.
Well, when I said that, I meant the fact that you had so many people willing to come give you these interviews on your
Yeah.
podcast. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what I mean when I'm saying that
Okay.
your father's respect. Damn, I just took my shit out the thing. Your father's respect extends to you because
Mhm.
there's a lot of people out there trying to start a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But your father's name rings bells, you
Mhm.
know. And when you say I'm such and such son, anybody, if they pops or anybody rings bells like the Rockefeller name or the
Yeah.
Kennedys. If you say I'm a,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna be a little more open to you than they would somebody else. So, you know,
Absolutely. That's correct.
it can be
Absolutely.
it can be it can be a gift and a curse though, because yes, there'll be other people
It's
that
definitely a gift and a
will
curse.
say,
Yeah.
okay, nah, I don't want to necessarily fuck with you. I had people say, oh, where you're gonna interview young man, the homie's gonna be, mad about
Yeah.
this, and
Yeah.
it's like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't even understand why. And by the homie, we mean the other rapper from Queens that has a problem with your father.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
Yeah.
Um, which I don't have a problem with him. I'm not looking for a problem by having you on here, but I don't understand if it was to come to that, why it would be that. Now
He
there
just
was a
has a
pic.
problem with anything with that has something to do with him, my dad. He's a weirdo.
Well, I understand you took a picture with his son a
Mhm.
little while back, and that was kind of controversial. What
Yeah.
was what was the circumstances that happened under y'all? Just ran into each other, something like that, and just
That's basically pretty much what it was. We ran into each other. We took a picture, and like the picture, I sent the picture to one of my friends that's in LA that does one of these Instagram pages where he like glorifies the older guys and the kingpins and all that shit. Like it was a big page, and it blew up. 50 Cent seen the picture, but what made it blow up more was 50's comment when he seen the picture. When he said, "I don't care if both these little niggas get hit by a bus, I wouldn't lose no sleep." So that really what made the picture go like explode. Like it was already big. The numbers was going crazy, but when he said he wanted us to get hit by a bus, that's what made the picture go like 50's going at his son, and his son is taking this with the guy who allegedly whatever, and it just went all the way fucking left field. It was on TMZ, it was on the news, shit was on Shade Room, the shit was going everywhere, and they just was like, wow, like the motherfucker said he wanted us to get hit by a bus, and he wouldn't lose no sleep. So yeah, I just feel like people always say that you can't be mad at 50 and because he got, whatever, he got hit up and all this other bullshit. They make excuses for him because he's 50 and they just hoping that he's going to give them a job or he's going to help them do something or they just want to ride his dick. But motherfucker, get over it. It was 25 years ago, 20 years ago. What the fuck are you still talking about it for? You got a show on NBC and you talking about fucking Kenneth McGriff. Like, that's gay, bro. That's really gay.
well, and from what I understand, allegedly in his mind, he believes that your father is the one that
Yeah,
had
but
him hit up.
if you're deranged, if you're delusional, whatever you keep telling yourself, you're gonna start to believe that shit anyway. So I mean, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that really saying? Like, if I start saying something every single day for 10 years, I'm gonna start believing that shit myself. That's how your brain works. That doesn't necessarily mean that it was fucking true. That just means that I'm a fucking deranged person and I can make myself believe. I've said this line so much that I can make my brain make myself believe that this shit is the real, what really happened. It's kind of weird, bro.
So are you friends with his son, or that was just like a picture that y'all took? Or
Yeah,
y'all
that
cool?
was it was just like a picture that we took. It was definitely not cool with Marquise.
Okay.
Marquise is a weirdo. He's a weirdo. Like he's
Really?
like the apple. Yeah, like the apple don't fall far from the tree. Like he's a fucking weirdo.
What do you mean by like weird?
Like he's
How?
just he's I don't know. He's just weird. Like he's not into what I'm into. Like me and him are like polar opposites. Like I really can't like break it down. He's just fucking weird. Like I don't know. How can I describe it better? Like he's fucking like a nerd almost. I don't even know how to say it. Like he just I don't know, man. He's just a weird individual. Like he's not cool. Like he's not cool to hang around. Like I don't know. Like he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot of dudes that you know they pops might be considered cool, and then the son is you just I don't. We
But I
live in
don't
a
even
new
50.
age, bro.
But
We
50's
live in a
not
new
cool either
era,
though.
man.
His dad is not cool either though. Like what is cool about 50?
I
Like
mean, I'm not
he's
gonna
not a
get into
cool.
all of that. Our era when 50 first came out, 50 was that shit. Like we was fucking with 50
His
hard.
music or
Yes.
him. His music,
I
yeah.
think I think his music and it just we bought into the whole thing at that time. I feel like we
You bought into the David versus Goliath story. A guy that allegedly got shot 9 times and was beefing with the biggest kingpin. Like that's what it was a gimmick. Like you bought into the gimmick. It was a gimmick. Like it wasn't him. He didn't have like pure talent. He didn't have talent. You bought into the
well,
gimmick.
no, I'm
He's a
not
gimmick.
gonna say he don't have talent. That man was making hits after hits after hits,
Let me
bro.
ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. In your
Mm-hmm.
opinion, you're a music nigga, right? So in your
Yes.
opinion, who's the best fucking producer of all time? Dr. Dre is the best fucking producer of all time.
Hang on. Hang on. Is he?
Absolutely.
I don't know about
If
that.
he's
Hold
not,
up. He's one of them.
if he's not, no, listen, if he's not, he's top five. I know you got the Barry Gordy's, you got all these other people. Yes, I know about Motown and all that shit.
No,
I'm
I
talking
was
about for
even
hip hop.
thinking hip hop
I'm talking
producers.
about
I'm
for,
thinking Bomb Squad. I'm thinking, I'm thinking a lot of people like that. Because definitely
okay.
Dre was looking up to the Bomb Squad at one point. That's the type of shit he was striving to do.
Dre is a top 5 producer all
Do
time.
you
He's
know
one
who
of
the Bomb Squad is?
no,
You see?
no.
You see,
Yeah, I don't know that.
The Bomb Squad are the ones that produced like the Public Enemy and records like that. They produced Slick Rick and shit like that. And they shit was, bro,
Come on, man. Dre's
don't
better
make
than
no
them niggas,
faces.
man.
Bro,
Dre's better than them niggas, man.
nah,
Come
nah, nah,
on. He
nah,
had
nah, nah.
Snoop.
If
He
you
had
don't know what I'm
NWA.
talking about,
It does.
do
But
you
listen
know
though.
about Public Enemy, bro?
Of course, I know about Public Enemy. Of
You know
course.
about
But listen
It
though.
Takes a Nation of Millions to Bring Us Back? Have you heard that album from front to top?
Listen. Listen to what
I
I'm
don't think
saying.
you have. I
Listen to
don't
what
think
I'm
you have.
listen to what I'm saying. Dr. Dre is Eminem, Snoop Dogg, NWA, 50, Kendrick Lamar, The Game. Like, come on, bro. You can't even compare no other
No,
producer to him. He's the best fucking producer, bro. And 50
no,
had him. And
he got a lot of see, this is where we get into different criteria, bro. Like I'm a hip hop nigga where it's numbers don't mean shit to me. You see what I'm saying?
so what are you
Like
doing in hip hop for if numbers don't mean
Yes,
nothing?
huh?
So what is
What
the
am I
point of
doing
getting it?
hip hop for? It's
Yeah,
for
like
the
what is the point
love,
of being a
bro. For the
okay?
originally
And
for the
oh,
love, for
okay.
the
So if
love
you do
of the craft and
okay,
wanting to fucking also to send a message. Money
okay.
to
So
me and numbers was a secondary thing
so
for
let me ask
people
you this:
like me.
in order to get numbers, don't you have to be loved?
What's that?
In order to sell a lot of records and to get a lot of hits, don't you have to be loved by your fans?
Yes, but then there's other things that go into that too. It's not always organic. When it comes to black people, it's not always just the love of your fans. Then, in order to
Hmm.
cross over to some other shit, there's other things that are involved. And numbers
Okay, yeah.
do lie. Okay. So just because somebody has big numbers doesn't make them the best. Now, I'm not saying Dr. Dre is not one of the best because he is, but you can't just say, oh, well, he got this guy, and this guy, and they got so much big numbers that automatically makes him number one. I'm saying
Everybody
that
that he
money.
had, everybody that Dre had was transcendent in the rap game. They changed the game. Everybody, every single artist that he's had under
No,
his
no, no.
belt
First of all, no,
changed
but
the
that's not
game.
true. No,
It
he's
is.
had
Snoop changed
failures
the
too.
game.
He had the fucking firm and it went nowhere. He had Busta
Listen,
Rhymes and nothing happened. He had Rock Him and it never came out. So don't act like
no, listen,
fucking everything he
listen,
touches is gold.
listen.
It's that's not true, young bro.
End up
You got to know the
NWA
full
changed
history.
NWA changed the game. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, but not necessarily for the better. But listen, when
No,
he
no.
was
I'm just
doing
asking. Did they change the
NWA,
game?
but let me tell you something. What you don't
Hmm.
understand is when he was doing NWA, he was patterning his sound off the Bomb Squad, who you don't even know. So you can't ever really have this conversation with me because you don't even know the extent of their production.
So
And I
you saying
can't
this?
sit here.
Let me ask
I
you a
mean, I
question.
could
You say.
Google them right now and give you
Let me ask you a
a
question. So you're saying
discography
that.
of all the people
So
they
so
did.
are you saying that the sensei, that the student can be better than the sensei,
Oh yes, the
or the
student
sen?
can be. It can be.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Nicki
just
Minaj is
saying that
better.
the Bomb
Nicki
Squad
Minaj is better than Little Kim. Nicki Minaj is better than Little Kim, but she patented her whole style after Little Kim. But she's better than Little Kim. Kobe is better than Jordan. Like the student is gonna be better than the teacher.
see, it gets arguable. I mean, is Kobe better than Jordan? I don't know.
Absolutely,
Like, I don't know.
absolutely,
I'd have to talk to
absolutely,
some real basketball dudes that would
absolutely.
break that down.
Is
And
Drake better than Lil Wayne? Like the student always going to be better than the master because listen, let me break it down to you. Let me break down my synopsis of it. If the master teaches the student everything he knows, and then the student makes a sprinkle a little bit of his own flavor into it, how is he not going to be better? He can learn from his master's mistakes.
because
So how
first
is he
of
not
all,
going to
a
be
lot of
better?
times the master doesn't teach the student everything he knows. A lot of times the student teaches the student everything he knows. So everything the student knows doesn't necessarily everything that the master knows. The master might have held back some shit. You see what I'm saying? And now you running off thinking you know it all, and the master still got some extra lessons that he didn't teach you.
Yeah,
So
that's
don't
true.
don't don't forget shit like that, young bull. And see, the problem is motherfuckers believe in evolution, and evolution is bullshit. Things don't just get better and better as time goes by. Like, we're not getting more perfect as time goes by. Every generation is not getting more perfect than the last generation. We're already perfect, bro. We're
No, listen.
already
No,
we're
listen.
already God and goddesses, and when you can't get no higher than that. So this whole hang on, this whole
Okay.
thought of evolution as though every generation gets smarter and all, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. We've actually lost a lot of knowledge compared to our ancestors.
Can
How
we
about
use
that?
can we use athletes for this one particular segment of what we're talking about? I just want to use the athletes as an analogy and as an
Go
example.
ahead. Go
So
ahead.
you don't think the athletes of today's you don't think the athletes of today's time it's is faster, stronger, and more athletic than the athletes of the 80s and the 90s? Because they are, and that's just a fact. So it is evolving.
How is it a fact? How is that a fact?
I
How do you
mean,
know that they're faster?
you watch you come from that era, so you've watched basketball in the 80s and the 90s, and you
Right.
watching
I
it
remember.
and
Right.
you watching
And
it
so some
now.
people would say that the competition back then was way tougher than it is now.
No,
They'll
but the
say that the
argument is
competition was way tougher for somebody like Jordan
Steph
and all of
Curry.
these type of motherfuckers. All these niggas. I was just watching some shit with about on Rodman, the 30 for 30 earlier today.
Mhm.
That whole era was just more greater players as a whole. Like, the whole league was just a iller league, people will say, even with football and all that. Like.
Listen, no, but the players that played in that time say that the players are more athletic now. They all say it because all of them
Do
guys that
they?
played back then, all the guys that listen, I'm a sports dude to the T. All the guys that played
Okay.
back then,
I don't
they're
fuck with
they
sports like that.
listen. All the guys that played back then in that era, they're all analysts now, and they all say that the athletes now are way more athletic than them. Are they saying it because they want to be politically correct? No, they all have that mutual agreement that the athletes now are way faster, way stronger, way more athletic, way more talented, all that shit now. But
Okay.
we can agree.
Well,
We can
I
agree to
don't know.
disagree, though.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
agree to
I don't
disagree,
know.
though.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
We went way
everything.
off topic. We was talking
Yeah,
about Dre
yeah.
and we just went off on a
Everything
fucking tangent just now.
everything doesn't always get better with time. Thank you, Jerome Lewis. It was more alphas back in the day. Today, more betas, he said.
But we're not
Yes,
talking about that. We're
that
talking
is
about who's more
true.
athletic. We're not talking about
Yeah.
that. We have to stay
No,
on
no, but
topic.
yeah, but since we are just going off on tangents, he just took us down another road, and that is kind of true. There is
But let's
more
get back. Let's
alphas
get
back
back
in the
to
days.
we can get back to the original thing that we was talking about. So yeah, he had Dre and Eminem was attached to him, which were the two juggernauts of the time of the rap game at the time which he came out. So I mean, if you have that's like adding Kevin Durant to the Golden State Warriors, who already had a championship, who already had 73 wins, who broke the record. If you just add another piece to them, I mean, they was already great. You get what I'm saying? Like, what the like? He's not talented to me. No disrespect, he's not talented. He had Dr. Dre. He's an ABC rapper. He didn't spit
Oh, I
bars. He's not.
forgot what the
He
hell we was even
yeah
talking about.
yeah
You're
yeah.
good, man. You're
We
good, this
not we he
motherfucker.
like like Nas is lyrical. J. Cole is lyrical. Like you have lyricists, and then you have people that can make songs, that can compose a song, and then you
Right,
just have
and 50
then
is
you
a
just
good
got an AB.
songwriter. 50 was a good
No,
songwriter. Yeah, come on, bro. You might have a thing with him, and I understand that, but you're not gonna you can't take certain things from certain people. I don't give a
is
fuck.
he a,
Like,
is he a better
even if
songwriter
I
than Ja
don't,
Rule?
I think they were comparable to each other. To be honest, they had the same. At one point, they had the same type of hits in a way.
Who came out
Like.
first? Who was out first? Ja Rule was out before him, right? So that means
Right.
that means he stole Ja Rule's sauce. If he had same similar shit to him, he stole his shit. He stole his patent.
Uh, I think he took elements of it, but he still had his own shit. I'm telling you, he did take some of that sing-songy shit, but at the same time, his energy was different than Ja Rule's. And like, yo, that first whole album, like I can't like yo, I used to play the whole album. Like I can't front. I like Ja Rule's singles, but I wasn't rocking Ja Rule's albums like that. I wasn't rocking his albums like that. Like 50 had shit that you could play the whole from front to back, like that Many Men and that fucking what up, blood? What up? Come on, yo, that shit. See, you wasn't there. You had to be there also when the shit was out in the fucking clubs and to see the fucking reaction. Like, I know you wasn't there. You was too young to be there.
Yeah.
So you can't understand the effect that this man had. Like you just can't. You know what I mean?
So
like
you,
I'm
so you
sure
think,
you don't even understand the effect that my group had. I'm sure you don't. You don't understand when we was running New York. Like that just sounds like some crazy shit to you. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm telling you, bro, I don't care how you feel about the man. You can't take away the shit that he added to hip hop. You know what I mean?